What's up, guys? All right, I got some new kind of videos for you guys. I've been kind of on a hiatus and I've stopped making content, but I've been playing a lot of games. I've been really into gaming, and so you know what? I've been doing it for the last couple of months. I decided why not film some of that content. So I really love rally racing games. I just got a gaming PC. I love all the classics, Dirt Rally, Dirt 5, all of that jazz, Simcade, Sim racers, arcade racers, EA WRC, but I've also been really into a lot of the emulators. So I just got the PSX2 emulator and I got WRC, which is the first one that they made for the PlayStation 2 Xbox generation. So I figured let's hop on here, let's do some rallies and just film some content, guys. So let's get it going. This is my setup for right now. It's a work in progress. It's a work in progress. So we'll see how it goes. Let's do a single rally. Oof. Let's do Sweden. I think Sweden is a classic one. Now, I think you know what? Let's not kid ourselves. We're gonna do Rally Sweden. We're gonna do the Subaru WRX. We're gonna do Richard Burns as our driver. All right, stage one, ramen. Let's get this cracking. Let's see what it's like. These videos aren't going to be too long at the beginning, just because I want to see how things work out. So let's get it going. I don't know if I'm going to be restarting or not. I do think that compared to the stuff that's coming out, WRC probably 4 through 10 and generations in EA WRC. I think the first four versions of WRC for the PS2 generation, I don't really enjoy them as much. I kind of just play them for the nostalgia. I really like obviously the graphics in EA WRC, WRC 10, all of those are really good. I haven't played Richard Burns Rally much because I don't want to play it per se. I don't want to play it on the. I don't want to download the setups. I could buy or I could get the ROMs from my PS2 emulator, but that's not something I really want to do. And that seems like it's the best experience is for a rig. I've got a old school steering wheel and whatnot, but honestly, I'm a D-pad gamer for the most part. Ooh, that was really bad. Really bad. Let's see if I can still get some good placements on here. I really like Rally Sweden. Oh yeah. That section was really bad, but it is what it is. I'm playing. Oof. Oh, that was terrible. That was terrible. Come on, come on. I'm playing on the PSX2 emulator. I got the ROMs online. Obviously, I don't need to tell you guys. I can't share where to get ROMs on YouTube for obvious reasons, but if you do a quick Google search, you should be able to find some ROMs. Obviously, you guys should download ROMs with a VPN. I'm playing on normal difficulty because I don't really like the gaming engines for this generation. I do think once you get to the PS3, I think the physics and the handling are a lot better. I'm playing on a Xbox Series 1 gamepad. This is my setup right here. I got the PSX2 emulator. One thing I do like about having a okay PC, I don't have anything crazy, is you can upscale the resolution. So I think I'm in 8K resolution, 8K native resolution. So it does make the graphics pretty decent. Okay, so that was the first stage. That wasn't crazy bad. Let's continue. I took all the music off too. I kind of just like the effects on here. I'm still working on getting the volume levels right, but we'll see. Okay, so it looks like I placed second there. That's not too bad. Let's see if I can go for first for stage 2. I think I'm only going to do one rally for this video. I'm going to do all 5 of the stages and see how that turns out. See if I have to edit any of the videos and things like that, but we'll see. I think I am just going to capture this, edit it very slightly on DaVinci Resolve, and then I am going to just upload it and see how the quality of the video and the audio and the mixing of the mic and the game all came out. I'm not gonna lie, it did take a lot of time to get this set up on OBS. It's been a long time since I recorded using OBS, like years actually, and I was filming very different kind of content. But like I said, I think I have like 60 hours between WRC 10 and EA WRC. I really love those games. I mean, the graphics on those things are insane. I do really like the long stages on EA WRC. I think I'm gonna record some videos doing the longest stages. Oh, that's really bad. But yeah, like I said, these are not my favorite, but I do think they are worth playing. I also don't really like the button layout for these. All of the ones for this generation, you kind of are just accelerating with your X and then braking with another pad or another button instead of using triggers. Like when you play EA WRC, when you play WRC 10, even WRC 1 when they rebooted the franchise for the PS3 generation, I do like that you could accelerate and brake with your triggers. Unfortunately, these games don't have that. They have like 2 default layouts for controllers. And this game is on a PS2 emulator and I'm playing on an Xbox controller, which is another issue, but you know what, we make it work. It does take me a few minutes to sort of like adjust my playing style for these games. Like I said, I've got like 60 hours on EA WRC and WRC 10, and after playing so much you kind of get used to the physics of those games and the playing style. Like when I play EA WRC, I've got a widescreen monitor, and EA WRC in particular does a really good job of utilizing my entire monitor. I think it runs at like 340, 440 by 1440p, and that's not bad. Came in first. EA WRC does a really good job of using the entire screen, which I really like. Oh, glitching a little bit there. That's not bad. I'm gonna see how I end up in this rally. But yeah, if you guys don't have a PS2 emulator, I think it's the way to go. I'm kind of spending a lot of money on like Xbox Game Pass Ultimate because I played a lot of Forza too. But I think with Forza, at least for like since Forza 3, Horizon 3, I kind of get to this place where, you know, I do maybe 50, 60 hours on each one and get about 70% of the way done with everything. You know, all the challenges, the races, the billboard signs, and I kind of just hit a wall. I don't even want to open it anymore, but I still really like having Xbox Game Pass Ultimate because it comes with EA Play, and that's what I'm playing EA WRC on, although I kind of do want to buy it. I did see it on sale for like 22 bucks. I might do that because I am paying $22 a month to have Xbox Ultimate. So 1 month of Xbox Ultimate Game Pass could get me a sale version of EA WRC from Steam. So I might do that. I don't know though if it'll save all of my progress, if that's linked to my EA Play account or if that's linked to my Xbox Ultimate account. We'll see though. I mean, I kind of wouldn't mind starting all over from scratch. I do think the gameplay is a little bit better on those games, although I'm not a really big fan of the career modes on those games because I'm not super big into like the team development and hiring people. Like, I do get it. I think if you're going for full simulation. I think those are vital, but they are just not for me, and that's okay. I do really enjoy them though. I'm gonna do it because I enjoy the games a lot, so it is just part of the whole experience. I do think though that the career mode is a little bit better on EA WRC versus like WRC 7, 8, 9, and 10. I don't really like just the UI for all of that stuff. I do still play them. I will say that WRC 10 is incredibly hard. I think I've got like 30 hours, and I don't think I'm nearly as good at the game in even normal mode or even slightly advanced mode as I am compared to EA WRC. I do think that the graphics are a little bit better on WRC 10, WRC Generations compared to EA WRC. And everyone says it's probably due to the Unreal Engine. I don't know, I'm not that technically inclined, but I do see a little bit of a difference in graphical quality between EA WRC and even like WRC Generations. That being said though, I don't think it takes away from the experience. Like, I think with the PSX2 emulator, these games do look decent. Like I said, I think this Subaru, the actual car model, looks really good. I think some of the textures are kind of bad, but for a PS2 era game, I still think this is very playable on the emulator. I think I'm running 5K since it is 8 times PS2 native resolution. I don't know that I would enjoy it as much if I was playing in native quality. Oh, that might be a fun video to do, see if I can do the same stage in PlayStation 2 native quality versus 8K. I do think though you do need a decent gaming computer. I don't think you need something top tier. I'm running NVIDIA 4060, so not the most powerful graphics card, but I've had dozens of hours of fun, and I haven't really had many issues with the PSX2 emulator, and I'm running this right now. I'm also running OBS, I'm running SteelSeries moments just to capture some clips, and I'm not noticing any loss in quality. Oh I just realized I broke my back windshield. I do really love the Impreza WRX. I think this is one of those really good timeless designs for the cars. I've got a ton of rally games too for the PS2, and it's really interesting to see the way this WRX Impreza is rendered in all of those. Like, I got Euro Rally Champion, I got Pro Rally 2002, which are kind of like mid-tier rally games. They're not like the big WRC and Colin McRae, but I still think they're pretty decent, especially if you're playing them for nostalgia. I do think that you can spend hours gaming on them. I might turn that into a series. Oh my god, my car is beat up. My rear bumper's about to fall off. I don't have a rear tail light. I don't think my co-driver's having a lot of fun. Alright, not bad, not bad, not bad. I did good on two of the splits. Two of them not so much. Let's see how we turn out. Alright, P1, not bad, not bad at all. Alright, let's see. Let's see what happens here. I'm gonna save that. I do also really like with the PSX2 emulator, it's got like a built-in memory card function too. So no more hunting for 8 megabyte memory cards. Alright, let's see P1, Stage 4, Skogs. I also think compared to like EA WRC and even some of the later WRC titles, you don't really get a lot of good views. I think on this one, this is the first iteration, WRC World Rally Championship. I do think you get two views. I think you get a bonnet view that is just the terrain, and you do get a chase camera. Once this game loads, once it loads the next stage, I'll flip between them. On WRC and even the later WRC generations, I do like the bonnet view a lot. Like I said, those games do a really good job taking advantage of the widescreen monitor. It really uses all of the real estate. Whereas this one, I think it's running in 1440 resolution. I guess you do get a cockpit view. Oh, I lied. Oh, wow. This bonnet view is actually not that bad. This is my preferred view on EA WRC and WRC 10. But I didn't even realize that this version of the game had it. I do think that this view in particular, this bonnet view, is a little bit better because it kind of does a better job mimicking what the speed and just how fast the car is moving. Like right now I'm going about 100 kilometers an hour, and I feel like you do get that sense of speed. So honestly, this is quite impressive for a game that was made for the PS2. I had a PS2 growing up. I had the PS2 Slim, but I'm not gonna lie, I did not have any of these WRC games. I remember I had like Need for Speed Carbon, I had Need for Speed Underground 1 and 2. I had God of War, but I also had Corvette, which was kind of a terrible racing game. I remember when we bought the PS2 Slim, we bought it at Circuit City, and my dad was like, if you guys buy yourself your PlayStation 2, I'll buy you guys a game. And I wanted Need for Speed Most Wanted. And my dad was like, no, like, the game's $50. I could get you guys 2 other games for that price. And I think we ended up getting like Simpsons Hit and Run and Corvette Racing. If I have time, I might see if the ROM for it is available somewhere. I'm gonna lower this gaming volume just a little bit, just so it's not competing. I'm gonna be so upset if it was terrible for the first 4 stages. Alright, let's continue the rally. I think we got one more stage, so... Alright, let's continue. Stage 5, Montgen. I do also think that a lot of these customizations don't really feel like they have an impact on the handling of the car, except for the tires. I do think that the tires do make a profound impact. I actually didn't even check if I had snow tires for this rally stage, or for this rally, this Sweden rally. We'll see though. In the newer games, for sure, you definitely want to take a look at your gear ratios, your tire compounds and whatnot, but for these earlier titles, I don't know. I also don't get haptic feedback on this, but this is a sick setup right here. I'm going wireless. Oh, a night stage. Let's see how this goes. Oh, I was stuck in third there for a little bit. What's going on? Alright. Let's see. I'm actually going to a rally here in the US. I live in the Midwest, and I'm going to be driving to Minnesota with my buddy. We're going camping. We're going to the Ojibwe Forest Rally in Minnesota. I think it's part of ARA, American Rally Association. Obviously not as big as like European Rally Champion and World Rally Championship, which I think is kind of a shame. The US is so big. There's so many beautiful landscapes and terrains and roads. I do think that we should have more rally events hosted in the US, but I am happy that the ARA is getting a lot of traction. So I'm gonna have a ton of really cool footage. I'm taking my GoPro, I'm taking my Osmo Pocket, gonna capture a ton of dope footage, probably see some crashes, hopefully nothing crazy, no one gets seriously injured, but it is a rally, so we're always going to have some crazy accidents, some rollovers. I don't think we're going to be able to spectate as close as like WRC spectating and Group B, but I do think that we will be close enough to the action that we'll be able to hear and smell all the fuel and the rubber, which is always exciting. Oh my god. Like I said, the handling, the physics engines are not the best. The textures are not that great, but the upscaling definitely makes this game very playable. Still. Oh, not bad, not bad. Let's see, am I doing good? Oh yeah. I mean, I'm playing as Richard Burns though, so I kind of got to do the GOAT some justice. Not bad. I'm almost done with the last section. Let's see how this turns out. I'm probably gonna finish this stage and then render this footage and upload it immediately just so I can get it out there in the ether. Oh, not bad. I think that was the only stage I did this entire rally where I did really good on every split. Let's see how it turns out. Oh, I still have another stage left to go. Oh, I won Swedish Rally. Sweet. Hey, thank you guys for tuning in. Hopefully this turns out really well. Like I said, I'm still experimenting with the audio levels for the game and the mic. I'm experimenting with camera positioning too. It's also been a long time since I've recorded a ton of footage, so I feel like my presence on the camera, in front of the camera, is not the best, but you know, it'll get better with time. You get a little bit of my room. I've got some hand painted Flash that I have there. I've got my Dragon Ball Z figurines. I've got my wheel. This is a Ferrari 458 Xbox wheel, but I was able to download some plugin from GitHub so that it works with most of my Steam games. And I haven't really tried it on any of my emulators, but we'll see. Maybe that's content for later, but thank you guys, man. We'll catch you guys in the next video. Like I said, if I do like the way that these turn out, I am going to record a ton of WRC video. I've got, for the PSX2, I've got WRC 2 Evolved, I think it's, or no, WRC 2 Extreme, WRC 3, WRC 4, and WRC Extreme, which I think are the 5 titles that came out for the PS2 Xbox generation. On my Steam, I've got WRC 4 through 10 and Generations that I got during the summer sale. I think I got all 7 of those titles for about $30, and I do have EA WRC through Xbox Ultimate Game Pass and EA Play. So I've got a ton of content. I've also got a ton of indie ones too. I've got Rush Rally 3, which I think is like the best, one of the best indie rally games out there. I've also got like Dirt 5, Gravel. I've got a ton on my phone too. I've got a PSP emulator on my phone. I've also got like a Backbone dupe, which I use to play some rally games that I have, like N3 Rally, Rush Rally 2, which was, I think those two games, Rush Rally 2 and 3, were original mobile games that they ported to Steam and PC. So that's what I do on my lunches. So that's a ton of content too that I might add to the channel. So thank you guys. We'll check you guys out on the next one.